Hello, everybody, and welcome to another devilishly good episode of the Large Blast podcast. I'm your host, Stoney, and I'm joined, as always, by Welshie.
Welcome to the warp.
And Matt.
Hello.
And we're here today to talk about all things Warhammer, in particular Chaos Demons and stuff like that nature. But first, we like to get things kicked off with a little something we call Hobbies Goings On, where we take a look at the goings on, what have been progressing in the hosts' hobbies' lives. So, Welshie, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, just straight hobby this week. I've done two things. The first thing is I've been painting Caldor Drago. You might have seen the little kit bash I did of him. To putting some colour on him. But more excitingly than that, boys, I've brought back a blast from the past. You know how, I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I only play 3rd edition Warhammer now.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's all a blast from the past in that case, surely.
Exactly. But you know who's in the original 3rd edition Chaos Codex? Only a little fella by the name of Doom Rider.
Yes.
I have kit bashed a Doom Rider. I don't know if you can see just the rough outline there. I've taken a Space Marine bike. I've given him a kind of cranking my hog style low rider
long forks.
feel.
Well, I think they call them ape hangers.
Oh yeah.
But I think for anyone at home that is unfamiliar with Doom Rider, this was a classic kind of old school Warhammer thing where he's basically, what's his name? Knight Rider? What's his? No, not
Ghost
Knight.
Rider.
Ghost Rider.
It's basically Ghost Rider.
He's a flaming skull on a motorbike who zooms around, and it's just generally rock and roll.
Yeah, I don't know if he was met in the 2nd edition Codex. I've never looked into second, but he's in the Chaos 3rd edition, and then has disappeared by the 3.5 edition. So he's a very short-lived guy. But
Well, he had
I'm
a
bringing
model
him back.
and everything, didn't he?
He
I
did.
mean, he was, yeah.
Yeah, like in the old. Do you remember when the packaging was that kind of like a blue marble with the black and green, and you got like a foam insert? You slid out like some foam, and it was in there.
And a lovely picture of them on the front, displayed on some lovely goblin green flocked base. And
absolutely, I've tried to pick up a few design cues. I've done it in a very like GW glow up way, hopefully, but using like Primaris sized bits. So I'm quite pleased with it. There'll be a video at some point.
Sweet.
Is that a Primaris bike then?
Yeah, I used a Primaris bike. I cut the front wheel off. I've jacked it up. And then I've just covered it with loads of other Sineshi bits. What I almost did, but I had to restrain myself, was I wanted to put a pole dancing demonette on the back of the seat like she was riding along. But it was too much. I had to restrain myself.
Cool. Well, anyway, so Matt, what have you been up to?
It's been like a week exactly that we recorded last, isn't it?
Yeah, it does feel like we haven't. It has crept around pretty fast.
Yeah.
There's no news because of that.
Yeah,
So don't expect any news, listener.
Have done no Warhammer. I don't think I've watched any videos. Don't think I've.
You've not been in. What about your Warhammer Plus? Have you not been dived back into there and been getting your money's worth?
No. The other really annoying thing about Warhammer Plus is for like 2 years, it doesn't work on my. It logs me out every time on my TV. So every time I turn my TV on, I have to log in. What about you, Stoney?
Well, I get sort of similarly to you. I haven't done a whole lot of stuff. I was kind of working on one of my Gene Stealer cult guys, actually, just doing some finishing bits to him. Made a kind of bodyguard for the lady in charge, who would be a Magos if you were ever to use it in Warhammer 40,000. And I've forgotten there is a model name that is like the bodyguard of
Locus,
the
one in the hood,
right? Exactly. So not that that's information's related to what I'm doing in any way. That's who I've been making, someone like that, which has been quite fun. But it's also quite nice that because they're the kind of the snooty, the high up people in my Gene Stealer corporation. I wanted to have another snooty person rather than just my Magos kind of thing,
Right.
or insert names of what they're going to be called here, legally distinct, safe names. Nothing's printed yet. Games Workshop, you can't touch me. It's all ideas. And then I was just making like a bit of scenery for like a video kind of thing out of like so that's like a sort of a weird vase. I was just making like a little
cool.
Like a really old massive statue that had been buried, and someone sort of made a little outpost at the top of it kind of thing. So that was quite fun. That's really nice and quick. You forget when you scratch build everything and make stuff in ZBrush and stuff, that when you just buy something and put it together with something else, it's really quick, like in comparison. Do you know what I mean? So like it's literally just like getting through it today. I was just like listening to a podcast, and I was like, "Fuck! I've basically finished this. How did that happen? Why is this not taking hours? Why am I not having to wait for things to dry and research how to do different areas of this, which I don't know?" Like, so yes, that was really refreshing. That was a real nice breath of fresh air.
Yeah, nice. I went the opposite way today when I decided not to use a transfer but to do some freehand. And I was like, why am I still doing this?
Finance cutting into technology. Accurate information is the Large Blast podcast news. Hear every episode.
There is no news but the news we make. Isn't that the expression of Rupert Murdoch, I believe? And as so, we're going to adopt that here at the Large Blast podcast, because we know that most of the kill teams are out and they're ready to go, but there is still one kill team lurking in the mists, tantalizingly close. Who is it going to be? We don't know. Let's see what our predictions for the next kill team is going to be.
Well, it's even more exciting than that study because it's a full kill team release box. So it's going to be one team versus another. We get to pick a versus box that is currently question marks before the Sisters versus the Raptors are released. So the next kill team versus box is unknown. What are we guessing? What are we going with?
Well, we've mentioned this before, but something caught my eye the other week. There was a narrative campaign, a Games Workshop narrative campaign. Maybe it was in Nottingham, don't know. But the poster for it was a planet, and then superimposed in front of the planet, in sort of shadow, was a Mordian Iron Guard. I'm pretty sure it was almost like at attention. An old piece of artwork, not one that I'm recognized, but it was definitely in the older style.
I'm sure they hadn't just printed over the old one and it was still kind of coming through a little bit.
What do you mean?
They printed the new poster over the old poster, and they're like, "I've got to print over this. I've got a Mordian Iron Guard. Print over it.
It just caught my eye because we've mentioned it before, and I think an alternative kill team for the Guard makes so much sense. It's such a perfect army to have for kill team because there's almost limitless numbers of different planets and regiments that you can have. And some of those other regiments don't have much love and have a lot of love from alternative suppliers and 3D printmakers. So for them to do Mordian Iron Guard model range releases so many other options that you can do. You can convert them easily to Praetorian, for example, and it secures GW part of the market, I reckon.
So who do you think they're going to be facing off against?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I'm pretty sure their traditional enemy is orcs. Praetorian were definitely orcs. Also Tyranids, I seem to remember. So it could be, but we've just had a Tyranid one. I don't know if there's been many orc ones. It'd be funny if it was like a grot one.
That would be great. That would be great. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
If they do the odd like comedy one, especially amongst some more serious ones, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, here's my guess then, boys. Because looking at the release schedule, the one that just came out, Death Watch, that is the Ordo Xenos Chamber Militant. The one that's coming next after what we're guessing, Sororitas, that is the Ordo Hereticus Chamber Militant. What if all of the Blue Balls Grey Knight players are getting the Ordo Malleus Chamber Militant?
That would definitely make the most sense.
Versus demons, because demons have also been blue-balled for years. Grey Knights versus demons would be cool.
That sounds like a very sensible answer, and I mean, just the relief of a Grey Knights player to have another model released, let alone a squad. Like, fuck, you could almost work out the release to model ratio in terms of years with Grey Knights, couldn't you? Yes. It's probably not even. It's definitely not on a 1-to-1 scale. Even I feel like.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I would love to see Dark Mech though. If I'm going to be really out there with something, I'd love to see a proper Dark Mech kill team.
We're not going to see a new army until 11th, I don't think.
Yeah, but I mean, you're both wrong because the obvious answer is, you see, obviously there's a lot going on with like the ghoul. You know, we've talked about the ghoul stars and things, and I think they're going to start pushing things out there. I think one of the team is going to be kind of like explorers, like navigators, explorers, a bit like Indiana Jones style in space. And the other team, obviously, felinids, the cat people.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Felinids would be amazing because
That's
there's
what
a
I
Beastman kill team. So like, why can't we have some of the other mutants?
Yeah, I reckon
Yeah.
it's time to unleash the felinids. 2026, the year of the felinid.
I'll finally be able to do the dandy felines conversion.
You know who's feeling it? I'm feeling it. Right? Guys?
Right.
Meow.
Yeah. Hello? You guys still there? Hello, Large Blast podcast listener. Editor Stoney here. Just to let you know that we recorded this a week or so ago. And since then, it's been announced that it's Space Wolves and Tau. So, you know, we were all wrong.
Rolling in my 6-4.
Hello. If you are hearing this message, then your local residence, hospital, or school has been selected for the Games Workshop expansion program and has been demolished to make room for a new Warhammer factory to house all the fantastic new ultramarine products we have coming your way. But do not fear. We have found you a fantastic new location to live and prosper deep within the heart of the warp. Within the heart of the warp.
Hello, if anyone can hear this is Stoney of the Lost Voyage Large Blast podcast. Having been evicted from our studio on Earth to make way for a GW Ultramarine model storage facility, we were cast asunder into the warp to find refuge. But our trusty space race car blew a tire, and we are now drifting to the whims of we know not what. Oh, mighty Emperor, guide this humble vessel in these turbulent seas. The Large Blast podcast must find a new studio in order to make cloaca jokes about aliens, lest societies we know it crumble into a void of Warhammer ignorance. Onwards, boys. We must travel onwards.
By now you should have received your relocation basket. This will contain an info pack on living in the warp to help you acclimatize to the eccentricities of your new home, as well as an ancient crystal that contains the demon known as the Fettered Guide. If a mortal was to touch this crystal, their soul would be ripped from their body and replaced with the demon who can be persuaded to answer any questions you might have anytime, day or night.
Matt, hello. I'm worried about our companion Welshie. Does he not seem changed to you? Yeah. I think whatever that weird crystal he found has had some kind of effect on him. Yeah. All he seems to do is mope about, touching himself. Plus all that weeping tears of blood and growing that obscene horn. Yeah. You don't think he's been taken over by some kind of demon, do you? Yeah. Oh, quiet, Matt. Here he comes now. Oh, hi, Welshie. We were just talking about old Warhammer, right, Matt? Hello. Yeah. How you doing?
Welcome to the war.
If you or one of your party becomes possessed by the Fettered Guide, then don't worry. You can free your companion by completing a spiritual pilgrimage, starting at everyone's favorite nondescript desert, the Barren Wastes. Once here, your guide will bestow upon you your very own chaotic boon, a wretched gift from the uninterested gods that offer you crumbs from their table. Use code Games Workshop at checkout for discount, and never forget, abandon all hope ye who enter here.
So, gentlemen, just to see what chaos powers you get, I need you to roll a dice. Stoney.
I got one.
Okay, you're rolling on the gifts of Chaos Undivided. Roll a dice, please.
A D6?
Yes, please.
I'll get one out from not my D20 or my D10. Okay.
No,
great,
nothing that complex here.
All right, cool. I got a 4.
You have developed an iron hide. Some demon princes were once mighty lords from a Space Marine chapter, Legion, or Renegade chapter. This means that your body is still clad in power armor, but only confined to your arse.
Oh, I've got an armoured arse.
Armoured arse.
Ooh,
Matthew, please roll a d6.
I got a 3.
You are rolling on the chart of Slanesh. Please roll a d6.
I'm rolling. I got a 4.
You have developed a sporific musk. This means that when you're close to demons, their minds become confused and their limbs heavy and slow. You're then able to take advantage of them.
Okay, that's going to be handy.
So now you've received your boons, you survey the land around you, and you see a skin-lined boat next to a river of tar winding away into a distant petrified forest. You also see a staircase of bones winding upwards towards the clouds. Which route do you take?
Yeah, I mean, the bones caught my eye, gleaming. I mean, when do you ever see a bone staircase? rarely, I think.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I feel like it's not every day we get to come to the warp, and it's like, so I'm trying to take a lot of selfies as we go, and it's like, do I want one on the river or do I want one with a nice view up a Bone Mountain? And Bone Mountain was my nickname at high school, so I reckon Bone Mountain it is.
Yeah, and I'm also sort of licking everything as we go just to get a taste for it. And I don't really want to drink the river.
That. Yeah, I did notice.
Yeah, I don't want to drink that. So let's go the other way, I think.
All right, cool.
Go to staircase.
Up the mountain we go. I'm going first so you don't lick the banister. Come on, let's go.
Okay, so you tentatively climb towards the bone staircase. As you ascend, winding upwards towards the clouds, ichor and viscera begins to flow down towards you. It's getting quite fast to becoming more of a torrent. It's at this point you notice that the walls have become mirrors, inviting you to divulge your 40k biggest fears. Only truth will allow the ichor to stop.
Uh-oh. So what? We've got some mirrors have popped up.
Yeah, and you've got to confide your biggest 40k fears, and only if they're deemed to be true will the flow of ichor stop.
This ichor is really becoming a trip hazard on this staircase, and these mirrors are blocking our path, Matt. So what we get? Matt, stop licking the ichor. It's gross.
It's waterboarding me. Darkest fear?
Our darkest Warhammer 40,000 fear. Well, I guess my darkest Warhammer 40,000 fear is that my dad or one of my close family members will discover that I played Warhammer 40,000 or that I host a Warhammer 40,000 podcast, even no less, and they think me a dweeb.
You have been deemed to tell the truth.
This is weird. I have generally
Don't be ashamed of me, father, for my choices in Warhammer choices.
I've been thinking about.
Why won't you love me?
I thought about this last week. I used to have a fear that Games Workshop would go bust or get sold. I still fear about the selling thing, but I used to be worried that would be the end and it would just be horrible. But now I've realised that the world sort of lives within me, it lives within us, and that Games Workshop could literally just stop trading tomorrow and 40k will carry on. So it's not really a fear; it's an old
more
fear.
Of a hope. You have been deemed to not be of sufficient fear.
Of this. I'm like weeping on the floor in this ichor.
Get up, Stoney.
Matt, you've not divulged your fear. But fortunately, Stoney was so strong in his truth that he's managed to grab your slippery ichor-covered hand and prevent you from sliding down.
I said I do still fear that it gets sold. Disney Plus. What if Disney buy it? That's my biggest fear. Or Amazon.
Have they not already bought it? I thought that was the whole thing.
Games Workshop is
the rights to something, though, right?
Oh, you don't buy the rights to 40k, Stoney.
Well, what's this TV show? What's going on with Castle?
Yeah, but that's a separate thing. Anyway,
that's a separate thing. What's happening? We're having this argument right here on this staircase full of ichor before we go. Bring the mirror back up. I was lying. Bring it back up. We're blocking the path.
We have registered within the Endless Wastes a fear of family and friends finding out that you play Warhammer and that it will be sold to Disney Plus when the Amazon series fails. Please ascend the staircase towards the clouds.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, let's go.
I want to eat one of those
as soon
clouds.
As we get to the top, we look to the side and realise there's a gondola. Like, fuck!
A gondola that goes upwards.
Yeah, well, don't they go up? Oh, what? Are they not called gondolas that go upwards, that up ski poles and up ski things?
No, you're right. What's the thing in
The
Venice?
warp knows not of which you speak. You ascend the final stair and look around you. Once you reach the top, you see a skin boat next to a river of tar winding away into a distant petrified forest.
Oh, what? I thought we're just here.
Oh, this place
is an endless war.
Oh, it's all a big roundabout, isn't it? God.
Isn't this meant to be like a representation of what's in our minds? Like, I don't think this is what's in my mind. Is this all that's in your mind, Stoney?
Nothing here has tits on it. As a result, no.
So hang on. So there's a river of tar and there's a skin boat.
Yes, a boat made of skin.
So I don't know. I mean, it's the second time we've seen this boat. Maybe we should get on the boat.
Let's do it.
Let's get on the boat.
As you climb into the boat, you realise that the skin is mostly stretched ball sacks, with hairs still attached and severed hands endlessly scratching them in front of you.
Matt, stop licking stuff, I suggest.
Oh
One of these hands,
This is the saltiest boat I've ever been on. It's weird.
one of these hands grows 2 extra long nails, which you could perhaps snap off to paddle yourselves down the river.
Oh, thought of that. Well, fuck it. Let's just get it over with. That'll be an interesting sound effect. Oh.
Having successfully snapped off the nails, you're paddling towards the petrified forest, and you notice shadows perched in the trees. How do you proceed?
Hang on. Shadows perched in the trees.
Kind of like shadows flittering, like in the darkness above as things moving around. You know, like how bats kind of look in the night. You see them kind of there and then not there. And you're in the middle of the river. You're surrounded by ball sacks. You've got nail paddles.
I think we should start shouting abuse at the shadows.
You reckon? We should just start guessing names, because that's what demons don't like, isn't it? Just be like, Gary, Trevor, Susan.
Get out of the shadows, Gary, you fucking bellend.
Oh, you got me!
Yeah, got one of them, quick. Yeah.
As you're shouting names, more and more are drawn to your cacophony.
Oh.
You hear whispers of,
Easy prey for the Furies. The flickering spirits and disembodied voices of the Furies call upon you. Easy prey.
they're circling you now, like that bit in Batman. They're getting thicker and thicker and thicker. And in the distance, you hear sound coming closer towards you. A squelch, a moan, a roar, a giggle. Squelch, moan, roar, giggle. And the Furies dissipate. You're on the land now, and you're surrounded by 4 figures. They whisper,
I have a new home for you.
they announce as one.
You must seek the favour of our patron.
As you look closer at the figures, you see that one is a slug-like figure, dripping in ooze and sprouting multiple fungi.
That's
One-
an estate agent.
Is a live anteater-like creature, showing a little too much leg. Another, a walking suit of armour leaking blood from each joint and rivet. And the final one, a tall figure in a feathered trench coat and top hat. Who do you approach?
I've been on the rental market before. I think that we should stay away from this slug estate agent, man. Let's. Why don't we check out? Who do you think? Should we do Aardvark, man, snazzily dressed, dandy about town, or the man dripping blood?
I think the dripping blood.
That's the kind of. That's where you
gets
kind of
my
think
attention.
That's okay. Cool. That's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I guess we might as well check out the old dripping blood man.
Okay, as you approach the dripping suit of armour, the blood leak becomes more of a torrent and sprays out, drenching you in a waterfall and washing you away in a thick red tide.
Oh,
You wash up on a shore with a wave of skulls and yet more stinking viscera. In front of you is a locked gate with an altar next to it and an empty barrel. What do you do?
locked gate and an empty barrel.
An altar next to the gate. There's an empty barrel, and you've washed up in a tide of.
Oh well, we've got to capture the blood.
We've got to get some blood.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you going to get that to the barrel?
Well, Gether just chop
the barrel up,
that knob off. And,
You're just gonna
that way we don't have to keep making all the trips.
Okay, just gonna hold a bleeding out Matt over the barrel. Excellent. Yeah. You hear a whisper on the wind.
Corn cares not from whence. Oh no, not there!
He's not happy with that.
That's the one place he cares from whence it flows.
Oh, now he's picky. Good.
You've got the skin boat. You know, maybe that's been washed away with you.
Oh, so what? I guess we just go and pick up some. Matt's lost a lot of blood, to be fair. So, my bad. I'll get the bucket. I'll go and pick it up from the lake and come back and put it in on the entry bit.
Okay, so you've used some of the skin from the boat as a bucket. You've filled up the barrel with blood, but there's still an empty altar. The gate's not open yet.
I maybe need a skull.
Oh, could do.
What do you think, Matt?
We washed ashore with loads of skulls.
I wouldn't trust him, Matt, after he's tried to cut your dick off. I know who's skulls.
I'm standing behind you with an axe, still looking on the ground for like on a bed of skulls.
Okay, so you're picking up some of the skulls that washed up with you and chucking them on the altar.
Yeah, we're going to mix them in.
Sounds like a lot of extra work, but yeah, I suppose.
So a roar of blood and skulls, and you hear the gate open in front of you. As you walk through, you're invited into a wasteland of cracked dry earth, erupting volcanic geysers. You see a distant hill of endlessly warring orcs, a pen of juggernauts of corn, an immense smoking forge, and pits of broiling blood, surrounding an immense brazen citadel. Where are you gonna go?
Hell yeah, Matt. Let's go to this smoking forge. You know what I'm talking about,
let's
buddy?
go there.
Old 20.
I wonder why you want to go there, Stoney.
Okay, you take yourselves over to the forge and you find that it's belching thick black smoke, but you can hear moaning and pain. As you go in, you see hundreds of people toiling away at hot brass forges. They don't really seem to be doing anything but just pouring brass from one place to another. You investigate how they got there, and they tell you they do not know. They died in their sleep. What would be an appropriate way to appease Khorne when you're talking to these guys?
Kill them.
Yeah.
You kill them!
No, wait. They died in their sleep, so that's they're obviously like Khorne would not be impressed by that.
Oh yeah, that's why they're there.
They'd be so they need to maybe do some killing themselves if they want to raise up the hierarchy in Khorne's eyes.
So sorry, I just keep thinking about your hardened arse.
Oh yes. Thank you. It's hard to ignore.
I keep thinking, like, can we turn you around and use you as like some sort of weird battering ram?
I just got it chromed. It's quite. I don't want to scuff it up.
This isn't the place for the arse. I don't think. I think you're on the right lines there. Khorne's displeased with these people. They've just died in their sleep. So you're thinking about maybe what are you going to do? Instigate some kind of fight? I mean, what are you going to do?
Well, and they work in the forge.
They're working on the forge.
Could we be like, I think we made a bunch of sandwiches. They're just in this. They're in the crucible, and then whoops daisy, flip the switch. They're melted into some kind of massive mega axe for Khorne. And then he's got a really cool axe made of the souls of the unworthy, and then maybe we can get some of that sweet Gandry's hiding out here in the smoking lounge, whatever it's called. Or he changes it to the smoking lounge. It becomes a cool jazz
That's
spot.
what we'll call it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you successfully got yourselves a brass axe made from the blood of the unworthy. Excellent. Okay, so then you have a little smoke in the forge because you accidentally do find the stash. So you're now high. You've got a big old axe of the unworthy. And you go back outside to see the pen of juggernauts, the broiling blood pits, and the orcs on the hill. Well, what are you up to next? As well as the brazen citadel in the background.
I mean, the orcs take my fancy, but I think we want to get more arms, and maybe not the citadel. That's got to be where Khorne is. So we don't really want to face Khorne yet, I don't think. What was there as well as orcs?
There's a pen of juggernauts. So, they're like cow things.
Oh, yeah.
Weird things. Let's go there.
It might be like a rodeo type
That's
thing.
what I was just going to say. Yeah, it's one of those rodeos. We've just,
Well, you get there and a colourful character pops out and he says, "Welcome, boys, to the Khorne Rodeo."
Oh, we knew it. We're just high as fuck, high-fiving each other like,
Woo!
Are you ready for the biggest bucking bronco session your ass has ever sat down on?
Hell yeah, partner. Saddle her up.
Well, you better have one damn tough hide to get through this.
Ooh, we're in luck.
I got this one.
He opens the gate and brings out the biggest goddamn juggernaut you've ever seen. What do you do?
I step up, pull out my tin of Brasso that I carry with me everywhere since I got my arse burnished, polish it up a little bit, and I say, "I ain't seen no juggernaut round no ways that this ass can't handle," and get ready to jump aboard it.
Fantastic. I mean, you jump on it, you're sliding backwards and forwards. It looks like you might slide straight off with that super polished.
That's what I was wondering about, yeah.
But actually, is just kind of in sync with the rhythm.
It's deceptive.
Yeah.
The polish. Yeah.
Well, I ain't ever seen anything like this, boys. You may as well take that Bronco and ride your way out of here.
Sweet. I've got to hold on then.
Okay, great. Well, you've got an axe of the unworthy, big old brass axe. You're riding a juggernaut. Are you riding it together at this point?
Yeah, Matt's jumped on board.
Yeah, I've jumped on.
And as with the previous conversation about Dim Raider, how are you sat? Are you back to back, front to front, straddling?
69.
No, I'm on Stoney's shoulders.
Okay.
But like the other way round, so his crotch is in my face.
Yeah. Stop the bleeding.
Okay, great. Well, you've delivered some blood, you've delivered some skulls, you've got yourself a steed, you've got yourself an axe.
We've had a few laughs, haven't we? At the end of the day,
Yeah.
That's what coming to the warp was all about, really, for me. And our new buddy Clive, the Juggernaut.
I think you're probably ready to
Let's take on the orcs.
Attempt to go and see the orcs. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, we're holding the brass axe.
Right. Well, you get to
just
see
run
the orcs.
into them.
Just as they're charging down the hill at another set of orcs, you ride through the middle of them.
Yeah.
Okay, you're like splitting the charge. And you call out to the orcs and you say, "Who am I joining? What side do I want to join?"
Oh, yeah, okay.
And they say,
There ain't no side here. This is just good old funs.
All right, okay. It's
so
crumping.
are you going downhill or uphill?
I think we should just go round in a circle.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. If there ain't no sides, then...
Let's just go like, what was that? The Tasmanian devil thing. Let's just go
like
in a big circle.
Okay,
yeah. But it's a juggernaut of corn and an axe. So we can just hold the axe down like a big side,
right,
and just go around in a big tornado.
Sort of spin round and round.
Well, you hear the lead orc shout,
"Who's this specky git thinks he's clever, innit, going round in circles?"
And suddenly they're all following you. You've got like a circle pit going on, and none of them are actually hurting each other. You're all just running. It's like one of those ant death circles.
We've got, but it sounds more like a conga line.
How are you going to deal with this? Korn's not happy with this. It's like, yeah, it is like it's like a conga.
If they're following us, we're going pretty fast. We should just get Stoney's hardened ass off the back of the juggernaut, stop, and all of the orcs are just going to slam into the shiny bum.
They're instantly crushed into mist by my hardened ass. Yes, okay, absolutely. I've got to get the use out of this.
Yeah,
fantastic. Well, you've ended the endless war. These orcs have been fighting for millennia.
That it's not my Brazilian buttless; it's a Brazilian butt court. Oh, no, don't worry. No, forget it.
And they all come back to life at that terrible joke, and you have to repeat the whole.
Yeah, like, oh shit! Gotta stop doing that. Yeah. Yeah.
No, you've caused great chaos and great blood flow from Xenos as well. So you've got blood from humans, you've got a brazen axe, you've got blood from the Xenos.
Oh, yes.
I think you guys are ready to make an attempt at the Citadel.
Come on then, let's do it. We've got the big invite, Matt.
Yeah,
finally, we've been accepted after these many hours of being here in the Corn realm. I assume, but time works differently, so maybe it's like years. I don't know. I can't remember. Have we had a Christmas here? I don't know. Anyway, let's go. Let's go to the Citadel. Yeah.
Have we ever been not here?
Whoa, man! Let's get back. Should we stop back
part of our imagination?
Forge again.
Okay, you pull up at the main doorway, the main entrance gate to the Citadel, and a herald of Corn arrives, all horny and boiled and red, and he says to you,
"Be careful, young ones. Gargoyles spew their molten metal guts on any wits who do not respect the god, who cares not from where the blood flows, who has not weaponry, and who does not embrace a warrior's death on the back of a steed."
Well, he better have said that real quick, because we just slice his head off as we run past.
Okay,
kill the
you've
messenger.
entered the Chamber of Corn. The hulking figure sits hunched on a throne of skulls. Armour of brass and blackened iron glinting faintly in the firelight of the souls of cowards burning in front of him. You now have your audience with Corn. Will you ask him to live here in the desolated land of Corn?
What's the rent like? Cool. Cool.
So you've got to decide what you're going to ask him. Is that your question? You get one question. You're an audience.
Okay, hang on.
Hold my finger.
What should we
ask him? Do we want to live here? Do we want to live with Corn?
I mean, so far we've had quite a good time.
Well, it has been all right, to be fair. It doesn't seem too bad.
Man, I don't know.
I feel like I'd get a bit bored of the landscape. I feel like just fire and brimstone and blood. And
maybe we should ask him that. Does the landscape change, or can we change? Can we redecorate a bit? Just sort of temporary works, nothing too permanent.
Kind of the what were smouldering embers in his eyes light up in bright yellow flame, and he looks down upon you like you're absolutely nothing, and he says to you,
"Who the fuck do you think I am? Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen?"
And then he picks up the sword Woebringer, cleaves you in twain, and creates a massive canyon throughout the land. And as you fizzle out into dust, you look down and think, probably a little bit better. You wake up back in the petrified forest with 3 shadowy figures still there. The slime-like estate agent, the live anteater creature showing too much leg, and a tall figure in a feathered trench coat and top hat.
What do you say we have a chat with this dandy fella over here with his spiffy hat and trench coat?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay,
like
so as you
coats.
head over to this shadowy fellow, the trench coat bursts open, and it's actually just a stack of tiny mutated demons. A huge winged creature swoops down, grabs you in its talons, and flies you away as the blue horrors point and laugh. As you enter a new realm, the talons that hold you morph into spindly white hands, and you look up to see the pasty bald head of Richard O'Brien.
Welcome to the Crystal Labyrinth,
he says, as he drops you down and runs away through a hall of kaleidoscopic mirrors.
Mental, physical, skill, or mystery,
he calls from behind him.
So so skill, physical...
Mental, physical, skill, or mystery.
What do you reckon, Matt? What
I mean,
do you think we should do?
When somebody says, "Wow, mystery," that makes me immediately intrigued.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my initial reaction was mystery as well. I was hoping that you were going to be the cooler head that would talk me out of going for the obviously,
no. We're going
obviously
straight
cursed mystery element. But let's do it. Let's go mystery.
The answer is none, for there is only change within the impossible fortress. The walls shift around you to reveal a library of whispering texts tended by blue and pink horrors. To beat the Guardian of the Maze, you must select 3 books from all of human knowledge in order to satiate him.
So we've got to get through this maze, right? It sounds like there's a maze, Guardian of the Maze. We've got to get some books to...
Here's the Guardian of the Maze. It might be to get in the maze. It might be to get out of the maze. Everything's shifting around you. There's lots of colours. It's very sparkly.
We're probably going to need a couple of Grishams in there, I reckon.
You've got 3 books.
So we need. Well, I'm thinking you pick up what the best sellers you get from like an airport or whatever. These are the kind of this is what humanity consumes. Forget I know that we've written all this amazing stuff, but what is actually consumed? Grisham. It's all Grisham. We need 3 Grishams, and maybe who else is popular these days? How's Dickens? Is Dickens still popular? Tell me.
I don't know. I mean, I was thinking more like, do you remember we interviewed some New York Times best-selling authors on this podcast?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
million book-selling authors.
Mm-hmm. James Otero. Yep.
Yeah. Mr. Gav Thorpe and James Swallow.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, those guys too. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know which one. Well, we actually, Stoney, we all, if Welshie was here, he'd agree, but one of our favourite books in the Horus Heresy is written by James Swallow, and that is The Flight of the Eisenstein. You mentioned it in the last episode.
Yeah, no, it's a great book. It's a great book.
I think we should
put that one in.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I reckon we should put that in. I think that obviously not putting the Pelican Brief in or something like that is probably a mistake. But you're right. He is a New York Times best-selling author, friend of the show, close personal friend of all of us, obviously. And yeah, we should put his book in, I reckon.
Okay, so you've got a Black Library book and 2 Grishams. Are you happy with this proceeding forwards? The walls are changing around you. The sun's glinting through. There's colours you've never seen, smells you've never smelt. It's all constant
Tastes
change.
you've never tasted.
Every book in the history of humanity.
You're right. We should go back to 3 Grishams. You're right. Well,
okay, 3 Grishams.
No. Wait. What about Ian Watkins' Space Marine?
Oh, a wise choice.
Yeah. Okay.
Wise choice. So you've got Ian Watkins' Space Marine. You've got the Flight of the Eisenstein, and you've got a compendium of John Grisham.
Yeah, compendium.
There's more than one.
The complete works of John Grisham. That's a big old book.
You've spent a long time deciding this. You're happy with that, taking that forward?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fine.
What's that famous chef called? Blumenthal. That does all the weird. Yeah, he should come to the Warp because it tastes fantastic. Sorry,
that's a very, very Zechian book.
Tastes of the Warp. Yeah. Comes and blasts a fire extinguisher in your face full of sherbet or something.
Or would you like to switch out one of your books for Heston Cookbook?
Heston's new Warp Cookbook that's only available in the Warp gift shop that we've been through. So yeah, let's put that in. Let's stick that out. Sorry, Grisham. This is the Warp universe.
Okay, so you take these books forward. You approach a gate as the bookshelf in front of you dissolves. A gate of blue and purple flame guarded by a floating head. You offer the books towards him, and as you do, the books turn into pink and blue horrors in your hands and scuttle off into the distance.
Bollocks!
The head says to you,
I have no need for books, for I am all knowledge. So, boys, riddle me this. I can be flipped, smashed, and sometimes I get stuck between 2 buns. What am I?
So it can be flipped, it can be smashed, it can be put between 2 buns. I mean, natural instinct would say burger, but this is, as Welshie has just proven, the natural answer might turn into a bunch of green horrors in our hands. I know there's no such thing as green horrors, but who knows? That would be the last thing they would expect, wouldn't it?
Burger. No, it's Fulgrim, the little piece of shit.
Oh, saucy! It's saucy. I turn to Matt and like, Matt, listen, we can't live here. All the appliances are too fucking annoying. You know what? Should we just jump into the fire?
I think we need to. They all need an app. They all need Bluetooth. Let's get out.
Estate agent might be thinking. Yeah. Come on, let's jump back in.
Okay, your souls are eviscerated and you wake up in a small thicket. There are now only 2 shadowy figures: the sluggish estate agent and the sexy anteater. Who do you approach?
Stony. We said the estate agent would be last.
Yeah.
So the anteater.
Let's do it. Let's sidle up to this leggy anteater beauty.
As you approach the anteater, you notice a bulge in its groin area, growing with every step towards it. As it lifts its skirt, a huge tentacular wang is flung towards you, wrapping you both together like a python and pulling you into its ever-expanding cloaca between its thighs.
I always knew it would end this way!
You fall into a new realm from an ecstatic high, and as you fall you see a sparkling palace of pleasure surrounded by 6 concentric ringed areas. You land outside an open gate in a splash of quim. The first gate says, the Circle of Avidity. Either side of the gate are 2 beautiful golden statues, and as you enter you are greeted by a horde of glittering gold and jewels. The next gate is far on the other side. How do you proceed?
Jewels?
There's a bunch of jewels in here, man.
I mean, we've got to go and look at the jewels, yeah.
Do look at the jewels. Well, yeah, I think they're just everywhere. I think this is like walking across Scrooge McDuck's vault, essentially.
Yeah, think like Smaug, you know, that kind of scenario.
I'm going to try to have a Scrooge McDuck style swim in the gems by like getting up high and jumping off and just breaking all the bones in my body.
I was just about to suggest that. Yeah, let's see who can swim the furthest in the jewels.
We're both just like scraping ourselves to death on ragged, uncut diamonds.
Well, do you manage to touch any of the jewels, do you reckon, while you're swimming
through?
I'm
touching them. I'm putting them down my trousers. I'm putting them up my nose.
I've been eating them.
I'm eating them. I'm putting them in my... 1 or 2 have ended up in my wallet, even.
Well, unfortunately, as you rub against these jewels with your penis, your soul is sucked into the jewel and eviscerated by the demons which live there. You find yourself landing in a splash of quim outside the gate. How do you proceed?
Okay.
All right, we've got the reset. We've almost, how many lives have we got left, Matt? How many little men? We've got like 3 or something. But either way, we can't.
How many wounds have we got? Yeah.
How many wounds have we got? Exactly. We can't go touching these jewels. We've got to be a bit more careful.
But aren't they everywhere?
Are they everywhere? Dungeon Master.
I think you could carefully pick your way through the gold without touching the jewels.
I think we'd better do that. I think we'd better carefully pick our way through.
Okay. I'm going to use my brazen ass as a sled kind of thing and do kind of like a bum slide across them, because metal can't touch metal. That's science.
That is science. Yeah, that is science in the warp. Okay, you get to the next door. As you enter through the next gate, you find a boardwalk through a lake of wine. The boardwalk is covered in deep banqueting tables, creaking under food every 100 meters. How do you progress through this lake of wine and feasting?
So are we swimming in the wine, or we're on a little...
you're on a little... You could access the wine. You're on a little path.
I mean, I'm having a drink.
Okay, Matt's going straight for a drink. Stoney, are you with him on that?
I have to be careful around bodies of water because I'm weighed down by my leaden arse. It's lead lined.
That's true.
So I'm a bit more cautious of that. What kind of food is on these tables?
I mean, it would be easy to say your heart's desire, but let's start with like a Burger King. It's a double bacon XL. It's there. It's greasy. It's ready to go.
Well, you've found immediately skewered my heart, Welshie, with your bacon double cheeseburger. So I'm going straight for that. Might have a glass of wine on the way. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going for it.
Okay, well, they're both delicious, the wine and the cheeseburger, and you have a little sit, and then you eat some more. And you have another glass of wine, and you eat some more.
We've all been there.
And you're feeling a little bit bloated, so you try and go for a shit.
It sounds like where I live now. It sounds, I'm ready to go.
You try and go for a shit, but you can't. Nothing's coming out, but you still want to eat, so you eat some more. And you realise you're developing gout. You've got a bit of heartburn.
This is all happening very quickly.
Man, it's like you're reading. You've been looking at my medical records.
There's no Pepto-Bismol on hand here, boys. You just keep eating. You're filling up until the point where you just can't eat any more. And appears in front of you is a wafer thin mint that you just cannot resist. And boom, you explode, sprinkling the surface of the wine lake with viscera, and you awake in a lake of quim on the other side of the gate.
God damn it! We've got to get back through the money, back, and then we're back to the all the wine's ruined now because it's full of all our exploded bits and pieces.
Okay, so you're going to leave it alone this time, then, presumably, if it's full of viscera.
I guess so.
Yeah,
hang on, I'm just going to go back and pick up some of that money.
Okay, so you get to the next gate, and as you open the door, there's a field of verdant green. I want you to think like Sound of Music. And running around in the Sound of Music are countless preening maidens with plump breasts bouncing as they frolic with each other, whispering you over to join in with them.
You know, Stoney, we can afford to lose another wound.
You know, what's a holiday about exactly? How many little lives have we got?
Come on.
Let's go play badminton with these big-breasted beauties over here.
Are you going together, or are you going to separate ones?
Separate groups.
Separate
groups.
You're going off into separate groups.
I'm thinking there's 6 each.
Okay, right. So you get over there. They walk towards you in a very sensual manner, and you reach out to just touch their breast. And as you touch them, you notice that one of their hands reaches towards your crotch.
I'll say, listen here, lady. Things were moving a bit fast. My hand was coming out to shake your hand, and now you're reaching for my crotch. I blow my whistle that I carry with me for such occasions.
Stoney has resisted the temptation. He's blown his safety whistle. And Matt, you managed to get away with it too because your dick has already been cut off.
Oh, yeah. There's just air there.
She just snaps the air and there's nothing there. And what, you're going to release the perfume?
No, I'm saving that.
Okay. Well, you managed to both escape these demonettes and you run towards the next gate. As you open that gate, you're greeted with cheers of adulation from crowds of thousands. How does it make you feel?
These are our listeners, Stoney. They're here. They followed us.
Yeah. Hello. It makes, again, business as usual, right, Matt? Just high five him.
This happens when we go everywhere.
Exactly. It's just how it is. When you host a Warhammer 40,000 podcast, a whimsical Warhammer 40,000 podcast.
This is the Large Blast Podcast Live.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it doesn't seem like you're taking too much pride in it. It's just the everyday for you. It's become mundane, perhaps, at this point. So you're greeted by a very well-dressed man, and he asks you, are you more interested in kind of politics or war? What takes your fancy? What's the podcast trying to reach? Is it kind of politics, war? Where are you going with it?
War, baby. Warhammer, that is. See you later.
Well, he chases you down because there's nowhere to wander, and he takes you through yet another door. And in front of you are armies of thousands. And he says, boys, what we've done is we've taken your listenership, and we've not doubled it, we've not trebled it, because that wasn't quite enough. We've had to times it by millions, and this is your army. Oh. They are here for you. They will do everything you want them to do.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to use them for?
Say, make me a sandwich. I'll be in the living room.
Well, they go off, and they don't just make you a sandwich. They make you the best goddamn sandwich you've ever had. Nice. And whilst they're doing it, they change everything about the world to exactly what you want. You are in charge, and everything that you ever wanted.
Suspicious.
If they've given me everything I ever want, then I probably want them to leave me the fuck alone and let me get on with my own shit. So, not really
everything but one thing. Everything but one
more
thing.
Irritating. Sorry.
Well, I think you've actually managed to get through this one, because the point of the army is to make you so self-satisfied that you become kind of tortured by your own feelings of paranoia. But it seems like you're already torturing yourselves, boys, army or not. You didn't need to have everything to be torturing yourselves. The next gate appears in front of you, and you walk through. You find a beautiful garden path that confronts you with smells like nothing you've ever smelt before. It's like it's tailored to your perfect perfume. That smell of the woman that you'll never forget is kind of wafting at you from the trees. And you hear whispers, and they're whispering to you,
"You're just so damn beautiful, Stoney. Matt, you look even better without a dick."
They're whispering these things. They say,
"Stoney, we don't care if we found out that you did Warhammer. No one would really mind. Your parents wouldn't disown you. You'd be fine."
They say,
"Matt, Disney's got the rights, and it's beautiful. It's everything you'd ever imagine. Come look. Come look."
Do you stray from the path?
No. There's no way I want to see what Disney would do with Games Workshop.
That really pulled me out of it as well, to be honest with you. As soon as I heard Disney had the rights to Games Workshop, I was like, "No, Matt, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
I don't even know if we can live here anymore." Do you know what I mean? Like, this is really it's really tainted the whole experience.
I'm sure there's a demon getting fired because you found your way to the next gate. Well, you open the door at the end of the path, and you emerge onto a serene Caribbean beach. And a friendly guide taps you on the shoulder, and he says, Now, boys, you need to slow down. Slow down. Have a sit with me." And he pulls out a big old banana leaf and starts rolling up the fattest J you boys have ever seen. He just wants you to sit in a hammock and chill and discuss the beautiful weather, all the things you can do, the wonderful Caribbean ladies around you.
Let me tell you what. As a pasty British ginger man, unless he also whipped out a good deal of Factor 85 sun cream, thick as ginger strength, then there's no deal, my friend. I'm going to have a couple of puffs on your massive banana leaf joint and peace out, because you've got to take care of your skin. It's very important, listeners out there. If you're ever in a position where you're in the warp and a man offers you a banana leaf-sized joint and he doesn't give you proper SPF protection, you've got to peace out.
And I know we're not on holiday. You've mentioned that we're on holiday, and the worst thing you can do when you're on holiday is get burnt.
Yeah, exactly. Right off. First day getting burnt. We haven't even moved in yet, and we're making rookie errors like that. No, sirree. I'm taking this guy's number, though, because he's obviously got some pretty shit hot weed. Well, he's rolling in a banana leaf, which sounds a bit weird, but, whatever.
We made the most of the buffet, but we need sun cream for this.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, mate. Too pasty. No, not going to fly.
Okay, well, you've managed to avoid the temptation of serene lay down and relaxation because you're thinking logically about your skin, and I rate that. And so does Slanesh because they like to look good too. So you've found your way to the door of the palace. And as you walk through the door, it's like eyes wide shut times a million. There's orgiastic scenes around you. There's so much velvet and satin that you're kind of slipping as you walk on the floor. That and the fluids.
Did we get given a mask as we come in? Like one of those little,
like
one of those little eyes wide shut,
like a kind of Venetian mask.
Venetian mask, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you've got your Venetian mask on.
Sweet.
You can see through it still. They made sure that they're quite clear eyepieces. So, as you kind of approach the kind of central area of the palace, you get your first glimpse of the hauntingly androgynous beauty of the Dark Prince themselves. Will you ask them to stay?
What do you think, Matt? I feel like everything here looks like it's going to be fun and turns out to be shit.
I feel like it's really good, but, and there's a big but, we've just been talking about holidays, and you know the nice thing about holidays is like it's good for a week, it's good to visit, but you can't live permanently on holiday.
It's true. You get some nice variety here, though. You got the gold area, you got the lakes of
exploding
wine.
Buffet.
Yeah, exactly, exploding buffet. But I feel like we're going to chew up our lives pretty fast.
As you're debating the temptations of this wonderful realm, you look down to see that the Dark Prince has already unzipped both of the trousers and is reaching out to toss both of you off. And as soon, without even flinching, when he realises Matt no longer has a cock, he's reaching round to give you some anal play. And sucking your souls out your dick and your asshole. So they get eviscerated. And you wake up back in a little.
It's a buyer's market, isn't it? That's what they say. You've got to be quick with it. You've got to really, if you want to get ahead in property these days, you've got to be fast. And we dilly dallied, and as a result, we've been rusty tromboned into oblivion.
Okay, so there's only one man left to approach at this point, boys.
Here we go.
Back on the beach. Well, we didn't want it to end this way, but at least he's a professional, I guess. Yeah, let's go and check out old Slugman.
As you approach, a spore cloud erupts from the sprouting fungi. You collapse in coughing fits, and the rotting roots around you pull you into the crawling soil. As you rise from the fetid ground, you find yourselves in a garden vibrant with death. Rotting boughs twisting through pestilence-filled canopies of rotting leaves and buzzing flies. You hear the chuckles of a jolly fellow and the cheerful chanting of a choir through the leaves. Do you walk towards it or try and leave?
This sounds like any rental accommodation at this point because there's mold everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, this is so far this is basically student renting in Brighton, that kind of
This feels like right at home.
Yeah, our lungs have been well and truly. They have a callus against this kind of mold. I think we can get towards the jolly sounding fellow. I think that our internal organs have been made robust enough through Brighton rental properties.
Yeah, I mean this is he looks a bit like someone that's been to a couple of parties during the night and he's still going the next day. Okay. We've all known, we've all been situations like this in random houses. So let's go and talk to him.
Okay, so as you get close,
bring him a glass of water and a jammy Dodger.
So as you get closer, you see our gigantic body oozing necrotic stench and bloated with corruption, stirring a rusted and gigantic cauldron of steaming soup, as Nurglings laugh and play in his pulsating bowels, herniating through his rotten skin.
No trials or tribulations here, my grandchildren. Sit, eat, be merry with me.
Do you take him up on the offer?
Yeah, I mean, he's come round the corner from the squat. He's been on a bender for a week. We've got a couple of cans of special brew on the floor.
Yeah, we can throw some of that in the King's Pot,
King's Pot, you say? You know of this game. This is the biggest game of King's Pot that's ever been played. With all disease. Here, take a cup. It tastes delicious.
You've got the cups in front of you. What are you going to do?
Well, I feel like you're misunderstanding the rules of King's Pot. It's not like you should just like dish it out.
No, I invented King's Pot. You all drink from the pot of the king, for I give out gifts.
I think it might be perfectly acceptable to be like to turn him down politely.
I think that I feel like, Matt, we might have accidentally wandered into one of those high pressure sales situations. Like this is one of those, like a timeshare or something. Do you know what I mean? Like he said he was in the
pyramid selling, you say? This has nothing to do with pyramid selling.
See, I think he's trying to whisper to Matt. I'm like, yeah, mate. Yeah, I like pull up the free paper in front of my face. But Matt, we've got to try to get out of here. I'm pretty sure he's trying to hard sell us on some of this bin juice he's got.
Hard sell? No.
As you try and back out of this deal, you feel insects crawling up and underneath your skin. They're moving your hand so that the cup becomes closer to your lips. And then you hear a thunder crack. Hold up! Hey guys, you don't need to listen to any of what these old guys say. I'm a big LBP fan and have pretty sweet crib with a studio where Dr. Dre plays sometimes. You can come and live with me. I've been trying to get out of the mainstream media and into podcasting for a while now to spread my influence. I mean, I'm no Joe Rogan, but the boys call me Bellacore.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, Matt, I feel like all the bugs are a bit of a deal breaker for me. I don't know about you. I see you're tucking into your second glass of King's Cup there.
This is not
one lump.
This
wasn't
not
it?
my
You
scene.
tried to go for a sip, and it all just came out as one big go. Like,
yeah.
So you go
like a jelly shot.
Are you going with Bellacore?
Yeah, I reckon. Let's go with Bellacore. Let's do it. Signing up, Bellacore.
Hey, you've made a choice you guys won't regret. And Matthew, I've got one of those Japanese toilets. Hey, Stoney, have you got that weak guy's number you met earlier?
Damn straight.
Okay, undivided it is.
Peace. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Lords of Law quiz, where I pit Matt and Welshie against each other to find out who is the Lord of Law. And today we're going to do who can name the most Space Marine chapters. Well, you've both just got to name Space Marine chapters, as many as you can. Whoever ends up, no repeats. Whoever ends up with the most wins. Okay.
Yeah.
So we take it in turns.
Hold on.
We got to take it in turns. Yeah.
No, free for all. Free for all rules.
Do you want to just agree to ignore the main ones, Matt? Because it's just.
Yeah. Okay. So no.
No
just saying no founding.
But that I'll tell you right now. I'll accept anything. So that is a gentleman's agreement between you two. So if any of you want to stoop to the level of start saying Blood Angels and things
Creamy
like
Hogs,
then I will do it. Creamy Hogs, Matt, in with one already.
Moist Fists.
Moist Fist, Welshie, in with two.
Lamenters.
Oh, I didn't even do the dandy felines.
Welshie did, though.
Black Templars.
Mantis
Crimson
Warriors.
Fists.
Yeah.
Oh, those are the ones I was trying to think of.
Space Sharks.
Yeah.
Minosaurs.
Yeah.
Raptors.
Yeah.
Exorcists.
Yeah.
Size of
Blood
the Emperor.
Ravens.
Yeah. Emperor's Trident.
I guess.
Yeah.
The Tome Keepers.
Tome Keepers.
I suppose.
The Minotaurs.
I've said them.
Oh, did you?
Oh, I lost.
Yes.
Oh,
all right, cool.
shit.
Right.
You lost.
Does that mean I've lost?
Yeah, that means you lose 5 points.
Oh,
yeah, so back down to level pegging. Coming into this,
Howling
the last
Griffins.
30 seconds of the show. Matt,
Howling
coming in with another one.
Griffins.
Okay, Matt in with one. Oh, shit.
Grey Knights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh, okay. 10 seconds left and it's level pegging. In the last 10
Children
seconds.
of Flame.
He's made that up.
Yeah, no, I haven't. That's not made up.
Soul
Children
Drinkers.
of Flame. That was a crappy band you thought you were a part of at one stage.
Soul Drinkers. Flesh Terrors.
I'm calling it a draw. Everybody gets 10 million points. You at home, you're the real winner. You're the real winner for all the ones that you got that these guys didn't. Anyway, thanks everybody for listening to this Large Blast podcast. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Are we still stuck in the warp?